Welcome everyone to your Phoenix painting lesson. And I am sorry, I am too sick to put on the Bob Ross wig. I'm feeling rough. But we are going to learn today to paint this beautiful Phoenix painting to celebrate the fact that we are now on the Phoenix Sisters Entertainment Network. So, what you will need for this, a pencil, a fan brush, small paintbrush, a foam brush, medium-sized paintbrush. You can have more paintbrushes if you need them. Canvas brush and paints. I already squirted my paints out. I have blue, purple, black, white. I have a golden yellow here, orange and red.
You see another pencil? You could use this.
So let me get our, Willow, do you want to get our banner running? And let's do the update real quick. So we are raising money for Comic Books for Kids, which raises money for yeah, let's give the update. So Willow's been keeping us updated on Canadian dollars because Willow's are Canadian. We're up to 276 US dollars. The totals we were giving before is Canadian dollars. We love Willow. She's a resident Canadian. She's our emotional support Canadian. There's no problem with that. Facebook.
I'm very special today, so I'm so sorry.
You're not. Okay, Facebook's giving you the numbers in Canadian dollars. Nothing wrong with that. You were taking initiative, and we love you for it. And I looked at the numbers, I'm like, wait a minute. But was it your fault?
Well, okay, so we're Canadian dollars. We would be up to 386 was the last time I did the whole thing. But okay, so yes, 398.
I like that number a lot. So y'all,
I wish it was that number.
Put more dollars in the jar.
So I already you are. For those of you who are Canadian, you can donate also to this fundraiser and help us greatly. But, you know, everybody else is in the U.S. I'm the only Canadian on the team.
How about I up the stakes? Any money that we raise during this portion, as long as I can afford it, I'm poor, guys, I will match it half.
Yes, it's so generous, Keisha.
If you're going to donate during this show, and I will match half of what you guys raise.
Yay! Woohoo!
Okay. That is a nice offer. And all the money goes to Comic Books for Kids. We don't touch the money. So it's, if you donate on Facebook, it does go to Comic Books for Kids. Or you can just go straight to their website, comicbooksforkids.com, donate there. And they give comic books and other comfort items to children in hospitals and cancer care centers across the US and Canada. They're also in the UK. They're basically spreading to other parts of the world. I forget where else Mark said they're serving, but they're the largest pop culture charity in the US, in North America, actually. So it's a good cause. It's a cause that we all believe in. So thank you all for being here. Even just if you don't have any money to give, share this video. Spread awareness. And now let's get to the show. So what we're going to do first is figure out where, draw a little bit of an outline. So we're going to figure out where the tops of the wings are. So right here and right here. And then you're going to want to angle it down a little bit. I know it's hard to, like, you can't really see the pencil, but you can see kind of how I'm drawing it. And then you kind of want to figure out where the middle, or you want to figure out where the middle of the canvas is, because that's where the bird head is going to be. So the wings are angling down, and then that head of the phoenix is resting right in between where the wings meet up. And this does not have to be exact because it's going to be all feathered with the flames anyways. And then it's just going to come down to a point. Once you have all that, then you take your medium brush, dip it into your yellow, and just start painting. You want to do your brush strokes from the center out just to get that nice flamey texture.
Give Mama 1 second.
And I highly recommend you all watch Keisha because she is a fantastic artist and she's probably going to come up with something even more beautiful than whatever I'm going to do.
I am trying my best to follow you. I'm not good at following directions at all.
That's okay. Last year when we did this, what you came up with was even better. I was in awe.
I actually have it right in front of me. You want me to show them what we did last year?
Yes, please.
Ooh.
Yes, with your little spaceship. I love it.
Happy little spaceship. Sorry, my lighting in here is awful.
That's because you're a vampire.
It's okay.
Oh no, too much yellow.
And if anybody wonders why I'm not painting, it's because the paints that I have, I need a new set. They ended up turning into plastic. Apparently, the acrylic paints turn into plastic if you don't use them all the time.
Yeah, acrylic paints will do that. I just got one out and it was watery.
Ooh.
Yeah. So also with your acrylic paints, you want to shake them up before you pour them out. Because I always buy the cheap stuff because your girl is broke.
Yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong with buying dollar store paints or Walmart,
Nope.
The Walmart special ones, because
I am using little kids' finger paints.
You're making art. Doesn't matter what you use, just make art.
Well, especially when you paint as much as I do and Keisha does. Like you gotta cut those corners because it's all about the outlet. All right, once you have the basic outline of your phoenix, then get yourself some orange. Don't even bother rinsing off the paintbrush because you want to mix your colors and just start getting the outline of the phoenix, blending that orange in with the outline and kind of feathering it.
Guys, are we going to take bets to see how long it takes me to get paint on my white shirt?
Yes.
Because I feel like it's almost happened like 3 times already, and it's a fully white shirt.
It's a pretty white shirt, too.
Thank you. I think I got it at a secondhand store.
It's okay. I think by now I would have at least put one boob into the paints.
On purpose or
no, by accident, because I am that klutzy.
Well, that's the downside of having big boobs.
You see, I didn't put too much glue on.
very good, baby.
They make everything harder. But just.
Yep.
Oy vey.
Where's Uncle Carl when you need him?
Yeah, he's been very quiet this weekend.
He popped in on Friday, and that was about it. So he must be busy. I know our friend Brian Morris is recovering from surgery, so we'll give him a pass.
I didn't put too much yellow on mine.
He's currently being upgraded.
Yes, we can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Yellow to go on the outside.
Yep.
Once.
I'm giving this more of a tail than I gave this one.
My paint it doesn't look light on the screen because just how dark it is in this room, but it's very thin since it's finger paint, so I'm trying to like.
Oh, yeah. Well, and yellow's a hard color, so that's why I'm going with that's why I chose a golden yellow for this, because otherwise I just don't have luck with light yellows. So I usually end up mixing other colors in with them.
Oh. Like this.
Beautiful, baby.
Let's see what
All
Kelly's doing here.
Then, so I've got my orange added in, so now I'm adding in some red. And again, not rinsing off my brush or anything. I didn't even bring up a cup of water because I almost never do that when I'm painting, which is a bad habit. If you all have a cup of water, I'm not judging you. That's actually the proper way to paint, is to have that cup of water and dip your
My cup of water looks lovely. Look at how delicious that looks. Like,
yeah, don't drink it. Don't drink the water.
refreshing.
I don't know why I never got in the habit of doing that. Probably because I'm lazy.
I can't say I've ever drank paint water.
Oh, I mean, I don't know why I never got in the habit of having the water cup. But I'm glad you've never drank paint water. That's a good thing. I've never drank paint water either.
I don't think I've ever stuck my brush in my coffee mug, though. That's another thing that I don't think I've ever done.
I have done both of those things.
That does not surprise me, Keisha.
Maybe it was on purpose. Maybe it wasn't.
Maybe it's because I tend to use like not coffee mugs for my painting.
All right.
Can I show them?
Oh, Dolores wants to show you hers.
Okay, let's see.
That's so good. All righty.
So pretty.
Mom,
Beautiful, baby.
they actually like do another row of.
So now that we've got the basics of the bird down, now we get to lay down the black for our sky. So now I'm using the sponge brush and just painting around the edges of the flames.
Can you guys hear Dolores singing in the background?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I'm loving the musical soundtrack.
She is a beautiful singer.
Yes, she is.
Is Dolores enjoying being a big sister?
She is. She loves her sister.
Mom, how do you like it?
Oh, that's beautiful.
I just kind of blended it in.
I love it, honey.
You could do the same as mine. So like, kind of like this.
Okay, now we gotta paint the background black, okay? After you're done with your birdie card.
Keisha, how long have you been doing art?
Since I could pick up anything.
Yeah. That sounds right.
So when I was little, my grandma used to give me a pen and just a piece of paper. And so I would make an entire collage. The only thing I knew how to make at the time was a heart. So I would make an entire paper just full of a collage of hearts. And I would fill the entire thing up. And she had that thing hanging on her wall from the time I was like 4 until the time she passed away. I don't know what happened to it, but
that's really sweet.
I wasn't good at much when I was little, but I was okay at art. Math, not my strong suit. But if you gave me anything artsy,
I feel like with a lot of creative people, our brains can't process numbers. That's where the whole right brain versus left brain thing comes.
That makes sense.
Aubrey wants to know what the storyline in the Phoenix comics today is. She's not up to date.
Ooh, I am behind. That's a good question. Jean Grey is alive again, last I knew. Because she does die every few years. I will share, though, this is not recent, but Creeley and I got to meet Chris Claremont while dressed as Phoenix and Dark Phoenix. And Chris Claremont is responsible for the original Phoenix arc. And oh my gosh, that was amazing. That was the best. And he looks at us and he starts talking to us about his view on the Phoenix and Dark Phoenix and how the Phoenix represents the cycle of life and the Dark Phoenix represents the cycle of death, and how those two can't exist without, or like need each other, and how they kind of basically can't exist without each other. And Curly and I were like, well, that explains our friendship and why we can't exist without each other. But it was great to actually, that was my second time meeting Chris Claremont, but Curly's first, and it was just great to meet him while dressed in our Phoenix costumes. And we got so many pictures with him, which I should have uploaded, but for you to share, Willow. But that is, yeah, and I know there was a teenage version of Jean running around for a while before the main Jean came back to life. Now main Jean is back to life too. Yeah, I'm super behind on my X-Men comics. There's so many. All right. So now I've covered this whole thing in black. How you doing, Keisha? Looks like you're still working on the black.
Oh, you're good, hon. Keep going. I got it. You're good.
Okay. So now, still using the foam brush, not rinsing it off or anything. I am gonna just dip it in blue and just kind of sponge the blue all over the black. And I'm just swirling it into it to add a little bit of color. A little bit of dimension to our sky. I'll also layer on some purple. Give us a nice okay. And now I'm gonna mix in a little bit of white and layer that in with, just mix some white with the purple and layer that in with some or get a little bit of lavender, and then just kind of sponge that in. And I'm gonna get my fan brush and just scrape that through to get a little nice cloud.
Fan brush.
Also gonna get a little bit of mix up some light blue by mixing in some of the white and blue. Get a little bit of clouds up here too. And then use the sponge again to kind of calm down the texture on my clouds a bit. There we go. All right. Now that that's done, I'm gonna work on my flames a little bit more. So I'm just gonna layer in a little bit more yellow. Actually gonna mix some white with my yellow gold so I can layer in a little bit of light yellow.
I'm singing in my head, guys. So if you see me dancing, it's because I'm crazy.
Yes, but you're the right kind of crazy.
Yay!
And let's do a little bit of orange. Just kind of feather that orange a little bit more. If this was a painting that we were working on over time, I would be able to let the background dry and feather out the orange over it. But of course, we're working on a 1 hour time frame. So if you all want to go back to your paintings and work with that, once the acrylics dry, you have a lot more to play with. I kind of screwed up the shape of my bird right now. Oh well, it's fixable. Everything's fixable.
I mean, sometimes.
All right. There we go. All right. Now,
so do you guys have any shows coming up? Any Comic-Cons or vendor shows coming up?
actually, yeah. Well, it's not a Comic-Con, but on February 8th, there's a local store to me called The Forge in Burlington, Wisconsin, that is unveiling a Batman statue. And I'm going to be Batgirl at the official unveiling. So I'm
Sweet.
really excited about that. Yeah. So the organizer the organizer for the talent reached out to me on Instagram because he knew someone that I worked with last year as a cosplay guest recommended me, which was really flattering. And so I'll take it.
So I have an art show coming up. Does that make sense?
Babe, that's awesome.
I have an art show coming up locally in Peru. Well, I guess it's not for a while. It's not until October. So
It's so exciting.
I, of course, am great at procrastination, so I have to make art for it.
You mean you don't stockpile your art?
I do, but I don't like to reuse my art.
Oh, okay.
So I've got to wait for. I'll just wait and see how it goes when I get closer. You know, I'll rage paint the last couple days before the event and be like, "Look, I did art."
That tracks.
ADHD at its finest.
Yep. Procrastinate, and then you go on the focus.
So what I'm doing now is just adding the stars, which is my favorite part.
You see what Dolores did?
I put stars all over.
You put stars there.
Stars.
That's
I
so
love
pretty.
it. Dolores, you're doing such a good job.
I love that. That looks beautiful. You even put stars on the phoenix.
I love that. This painting is honestly one of the easiest ones I've ever taught. I feel like we're going to be done in like 45 minutes.
We can randomly do a different painting if we need to. 2 paintings for the price of 1. I'm doing some nice big ones like Dolores.
I love it. I'm also, I forget the date, but I'm going to be doing a superhero day at a local store called the Wilted Rose. Wait on that. I'll check that in a minute. And I'm going to be dressing up as Wonder Woman, and we're going to be decorating masks. I'm actually going to be doing a bunch of stuff for them. So I'm going to be doing a superhero day. I'm going to be doing an adult painting night, a kids painting day. I'm going to be doing a princess day where kids can decorate crowns. And they're carrying my art and my books. So
Oh, cool.
that's East Troy. Yeah, I've got a really sweet arrangement with them. And I'll be doing I have to contact them to set up the dates, but I'll be doing paint and sip with the East Troy house again this year. So that will be every month.
So fun.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know how.
Sorry, what was that, Keisha?
Oh, I said I've done a couple of those over the years.
I love paint and sips because the whole point of them is not to make a great piece of art. It's to enjoy the process of making the art and to have fun with your friends. And that's how I fell in love with art to begin with. was just enjoying the process of making art. And that's what art should be. It should be a release. It shouldn't be, let's make this perfect. And me being a perfectionist, I get caught up in let's make this perfect. And there's a time and a place for that too. But
yeah, I think all of us do that, unfortunately.
Yeah, but sometimes you just need to create for the sake of creating. And that's what paint and sips really do encourage you to do. And I think that's why they're for everyone, no matter what your skill level is.
No, not right now, baby. Not until
You
after.
just have a glass of your preferred beverage, alcoholic or not, and
I have a spoon over.
have fun with your friends. And my favorite part about teaching those is when people who come in who are like, I haven't painted since I was in school, but I actually really enjoyed this and I actually feel good. And they usually do tell me they feel good about their painting, which makes me feel good. But
So,
they also enjoy
you know how we said that we were missing Carl?
There he is. Hi, Carl.
Carl.
We missed you.
Oh no, I'm late. Hello, ladies. Is Dolores painting too? That is great.
We think so too. Carl, we were literally talking about you. Your ears must have been burning. Sorry, I'm not wearing the Bob Ross wig.
I was stating that Carl was being very quiet this weekend. Must have had to go to. Oh no, that's Sunday. Going to the grocery store.
Go ahead and grab
All right.
You can.
Here's the most difficult part about the painting: the little phoenix, the little Jean Grey in the middle. And if you want to skip it, you can. But okay, so you got to give her some boobs.
Well,
Boobs.
I hope you guys aren't suffering too much with the snow that you've gotten in the last couple days. Sorry.
It smells better than it's been minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh,
all right, so you give this sideways figure 8, then you give her a waist that tapers down, and then you give her hips.
Okay, baby. Stay in the chair, skin. Why did you put the lid on?
And legs.
Baby, you're the one that got the yellow address.
And little feeties.
The yellow, on white, black, and there.
So Carl says sorry. Carl says it's been a real heck of a week. Had to get new tires and all that cold.
Oh, I should have used this.
Sorry. Then give her an oval face. Just kind of arms. This is just a reflection in the middle of fire. I placed her too high, but again, whatever. And then you just give her wild hair. And then some black flecks. Carl, I'm sorry you've had a rough week. Seems to be a lot of that going around.
I'm the new paint teacher now because I tried the best birdie ever.
Dolores said she's the new paint teacher now because she drew the best bird ever.
Yeah.
Yes, you did, Dolores. Yes, you did.
She is not lacking in confidence.
I love that. That's a sign of good parenting. Good nurturing parenting, Keisha.
Could you try to guess what I'm making?
What are you making, baby?
Try to guess.
Bird head a bit.
Try to guess.
Oh, your golden necklace?
All right. Keisha, well, I'm actually done with my painting. And we're at the halfway mark. Keisha and Dolores, how are you doing?
We're going. We're getting there. I'm still working on my human.
So Curly McDonald says, answering Aubrey's question, she says, in 2024, something happens in Krakoa to make Jean Grey rejoin the Phoenix Force. She hasn't read it yet, but the series is called From Ashes. The Krakoa series is so good. There's a lot of it to catch up on, and I'm still working through it, but it's really good where the X-Men basically have their own civilization. They kind of turn their back on the world and like, well, we're gonna go live on our own. And the really interesting thing is they have a way to bring mutants back from the dead. So they have to and like, yeah, it's comics. Anyone can come back from the dead, but they actually cope with that in the comics where they cope with being functionally immortal and what that means and the trauma of being brought back from the dead. What did Dolores say?
She said she's drawing a golden necklace. So if you guys would like to draw a golden necklace with her, you can draw a golden necklace with her.
Aww. I want to see this golden necklace. Willow, can you zoom in?
Absolutely.
I want a gold
gold
medal from dance class.
So she's drawing her a self-portrait. So she's drawing her outfit with her necklace hanging in front of it. Show them. They can see the picture, right? Yeah. Okay. So she's drawing herself.
Donna Curly.
Yeah, this is an actual gold medal.
That's very cute.
And Keisha, I'm loving your painting. Hi, Darna Carlene. Darna Carlene says, hey, y'all. I'm going to give my Phoenix longer legs to...
Carl says, a golden necklace, not a haunted amulet?
Not today.
No, it hasn't.
Both.
It hasn't gained its power yet.
I mean, isn't everything in Keisha's house haunted?
Give it a couple moons.
No, everything is haunted. I'm sure this pack of batteries right here is not haunted. I can be one of those.
Tempting fate.
Wasn't bought at some inexplicable store that disappeared.
To be fair, we found it in the bottom of a box somewhere.
Oh.
So, who knows at this point?
It could be. It could be.
You know what? I could just have my son come in here. He has Bob Ross hair.
Yes.
I was just thinking about that. James! I'm too lazy to get up and get him.
I don't blame you.
Oh, did you put little lines around her?
I
Black
did.
lines? I like it. I'm going to steal it.
Do it. It's not stealing when it's creative. It's called sharing ideas and inspiring each other.
Carl says those paintings look really good.
Oh, thanks, Carl.
Oh, did you guys see
that
the other day?
Did we see what?
The painting I made the other day.
No, but I will go stalk your page right now and find it.
Okay. I finally decided to paint something after not painting for a year. And of course I used the biggest canvas that I could find.
Yes.
Because I was like, if I'm going to get into it, I'm going to throw myself into this.
Yes. Only way to go when you're getting back into it. I love painting on big canvases. I do not do it enough. I almost always use this size or slightly bigger. And I mean, don't get me wrong, this size is not bad, but getting to paint on bigger canvases is fun.
So I posted, I stole the picture, and I have it up on the screen now. So
yay! Thank you, Willow. Willow to the rescue.
It's finger painting.
It was. You can actually see my finger outlines on
love it. Keisha, you're so talented.
Hey.
I was bored.
I'm sure your kids helped.
No, they were gone.
No? I'm so sorry.
Eloise was taking a nap, and Dolores was at school, so I was like, I'm gonna paint.
Donna says, love the Phoenix.
Thank you. Yes, Keisha, yours looks so good.
My person is definitely not as good as your person.
People are hard. I almost didn't want to put a person in this one because people are so hard.
You know what? I have an idea. Since it's so dark in this room, there we go.
Ooh.
I'm using my.
I love your stars.
Mm-hmm.
I really love your stars.
Dolores, yours is hanging. She already hung hers up on the wall.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That makes me think of so my daughter loves to paint also, and there was one night when she went to bed.
Has a big diamond on it.
I love yours, honey.
Oh my gosh. So this one night my daughter went to bed, and all of a sudden we hear her get up and go downstairs, and she real quick painted 4 paintings. And then yeah.
Well, when you have inspiration, you have to go ahead and do it.
And then she had to have them hung up before they were even dry. So like it's like 11 o'clock at night, and my husband, obviously we got up to see what she was doing, and my husband is like fumbling for nails because she's not going back to sleep until her paintings are hung up. He's getting paint on his hands, hanging up these paints.
That's awesome.
I was so proud. I was like, that's my girl. Because I 100% would do that. Not right down to hang, I would wait till the paint dried.
I hardly ever wait till the paint dries.
It's hard. This is why I love acrylics, though. Why I could never do oil paints, because I do not have the patience for oil paints.
Oh, it takes days for oil to dry.
But you can make such beautiful paintings out of it.
Oh, yeah.
I do oil paint, but the waiting is torture. Absolute torture.
I've never, because I know myself. My ADHD person, just no. Carl Whitman says, bless God's heart. There's a reason why I married that man. Like, he's a good dad. He's a good husband. He's very patient with me, too. Like, that patience he gives to our daughter when I'm in my manic phases, he's so patient with me. He's like, oh, you wanna do 3 costumes in 3 days? Okay, what can I do? Oh, you want to do a virtual convention and be tied to the computer for 3 days, and you're gonna freak out about it, even though you made the work for yourself. What can I do to support you? My husband's amazing.
My husband's currently watching the baby downstairs because I was like, leave it down there. It's cute.
Donna has found me. Carl Whitman says Donna has found me writing at 3 a.m. and knew better than to ask why. Yeah. Totally done that.
Just as long as you're okay.
Yep. My husband is.
I don't think. No, like Joe came home the other what was it, last week, and I had this plan of I'm gonna paint Joe one of his Lego pieces as a flag, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna make it a series. I'm gonna do like all these Lego flags because he's big into the Lego castles. And that's when I found out that my paint had dried up. And then he comes and sees that I have one of his pirate flags out, and he's like, "What is this? A new flag? Is this where was this?" And he's like, "I'm like, dude, it's okay, calm. I took it out of your piece, and it's okay."
So speaking of Legos, I don't know if you hear the annoying sound in the background. Over there. I have my 3D printer printing let me see if I can move this out of the way. Can you see that red thing?
Yep.
It's printing a red Lego cup.
Oh, cool.
Because my family really likes Legos. Uh-oh, I hear a baby crying downstairs. That doesn't sound good.
Oh, no. I like Dada's question. Dada Carleen. What other time would you be writing? Oh, yeah, you're a day person. Carl Woodsman. Sometimes the inspiration wakes you up and you have to get it down.
Yep.
I'm telling you. The worst part is when inspiration keeps me awake, and then I don't write it down, and the next day I cannot remember it. It's just, and I know I should keep a notebook on my bedside table for that. Guess who doesn't do that?
Me either.
So I have the Google Docs on my phone, and so I just use this. This is all the stuff that I've written in the last couple of years. It's a little bit, just a little.
So smart.
But yeah, so I write it in there, and the best part is half the time that I write it, I am almost fully asleep. So I'll reread it later. Eggs, pineapple with a side of turkey fried something. And I'm like, what in the world was my brain trying to do while I was asleep?
Carl Witzman. I could not read the note the next day. I just need to dictate it to the phone. Yeah, my writing is chicken scratch when I'm fully awake. Like,
see, okay, what's worse is when you wake up in the middle of the night because you had a very weird dream, and it's like, okay, I have to write this story down because otherwise I'm going to forget it. And it's like, I look and it's like, do I really want to get out of bed?
I think Dolores turned into the art canvas.
I love it.
She's painting herself.
That's cute.
Oh my gosh. Dolores is a rock star. Carl Woodsman wants to know how the cookbook is going, Keisha.
So I'm still working on it. I got a different book printed. Does that count?
Yes.
Show you. But still working on the cookbook.
So while Keisha gets that, speaking of dreams, I normally do not have visual dreams. Like, never in my life have had visual dreams. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Keisha has a new book.
Well, kind of. So this one will never be publicized. This one is just for a Keisha book.
Okay.
Mom, why are you still working on that?
I'm done. I'm letting it dry. You're good.
But I paint something.
Oh, she wants me to paint something else.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That's
but
funny.
it does have my artwork, so this is my painting on the background.
Aw, I love it.
It goes all the way around. It wraps around.
That is beautiful. Is that just like kind of like a scrapbook of your year for 2024?
So yes, essentially. So I write every day since like I could write, and instead of not doing anything with it, I decided to turn it into a book.
Okay.
I love it.
So I actually have 5 more years that I need to print out, and some of them are actually longer than this.
Oh wow.
Oh,
So-
that's smart.
Oh, you guys want to see some of other art?
Sure.
I don't know what
Yes,
is actually in this one. Oh, just some. Here, I'll turn the light on again so that way. So I do a lot of my sketches for what I do for my abstract in here, different colors and stuff that I like, and I want to put together. That way I can test it out here before I put it onto an actual canvas.
Carl says those will be cool for your kids someday.
Oh, also my son always messages me things to draw for him. So these are the ones he's asked for over the years.
Wow. That's cute.
And then just more. Oh, wait. So this one is just all pen. I get bored sometimes and scribble. Does anybody know this one?
That it does look familiar. I know I've watched that cartoon. I just always forget the name of it.
I see.
Isn't it called Monsters?
I think so.
So yeah, I did some of the monsters because I really like the show when I was growing up.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you.
Wait, can I see? Can I see?
She wants to see too.
Aw.
Well, Keisha, I think we need to make this coffee table book for you.
Ooh.
You know, completely normal things that I paint.
That is horrifying.
Dolores, that's horrifying. Look at how cute this one is.
Hey, hey,
It's so cute.
hey! You're not letting me see.
Oh. See?
Ah.
Oh, this is my favorite one. I actually want to transfer these colors onto a bigger canvas.
Hey! Oh,
Oh, I like it.
But I obviously have not gotten to that yet because you have the patience of a you.
I'm laughing in my
Look at how cute he is. He's cute, right?
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, it's not cute. It's horrifying.
It's not horrifying. See, I also draw normal things.
Clara says it's horrifying.
Carl says it's horrifying.
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
Did he?
Yes.
No.
Carl, stay with you.
Well, that dragon's staring at you, Mama.
Oh, show him your new painting you just did.
yes, please.
Oh, it's okay, baby.
That was an accident.
Turn the light on again.
So I might not need this.
Oh, that's beautiful. Good job, Dolores. Carl is not taking sides. because he'd get cursed either way.
That makes sense.
And we are at the top of the hour. So, for those at home, Willow, where can you be found?
All right, you can find me all over social media. I deleted the X or Twitter, whatever it is, and I'm now on Blue Sky. So, yeah, you can search up my name. I'm pretty much anywhere except where, where I don't want to be.
Fair enough.
Where can we find you, either Keisha or Kelly?
Keisha, where can we find you?
So I am on Zhang Hong Shu. I think that's how you pronounce it. Others call it Red Note.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so but yes, I am on there, and then I'm also on Blue Sky. I am getting ready to boycott Facebook for at least 4 months. I wanted to wait until after I was done with this, but you can still find my stuff on there. I just will not personally be on there for a while, because we're gonna eat the rich, guys.
Yes.
But so
get those guillotines ready.
Yes. She just smacked herself in the head with a balloon. So yes, I am on most major platforms, but I'm only specifically using a few right now due to the current climate.
Understandable.
And what's your username on those?
Keisha Acuff or Acuff Creations. I do, if you guys want to follow my food, I make food, and that's under Mooty's Harvest Kitchen. Okay. It means Mom's Harvest Kitchen.
Perfect. And I'm Phoenix's Entertainment pretty much everywhere you might look. Also, if you search for Phoenix Sisters Entertainment, you'll find our website. And there you can find all the information you could ever possibly want to know about Crayley and myself and our podcast network. And be sure to go donate at facebook.com/the multiverse fundraiser or at comicbooksforkids.org. And thank you all for tuning in. I hope you are happy with your paintings if you painted along, or I hope you enjoyed watching us paint. And thank you. Coming up next is Crayley's interview with Jeremy Lee.
The Multiverse Fundraiser is partnering with Comic Books for Kids to raise money for their cause. Their mission is to provide comic books to children in hospitals and cancer centers across the United States, Canada, and the UK. We believe in the importance of providing stories that promote hope and bravery to kids who are facing things that are scarier than any supervillain. And we truly believe in this cause. To donate, you can either go to our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/the Multiverse Fundraiser or directly to comicbooksforkids.org.
The Multiverse Fundraiser would like to thank our sponsors: Earth Dog Studios, Clobbern Comics, The Art of Brian Rodman, Studio Moonfall, Elusive Comics, and of course, the Phoenix Sisters Entertainment Network for hosting this event. Learn how to support these businesses on the MVFR website.